Hey, what's going on, everyone? Isaiah Henry here, First Position Real Estate, and welcome to the First Position Real Estate Live Show. Today we have on Matt Persini. He is a realtor. He's out in the Hamilton area there. Ex-football player just like me, so it's going to be a real good talk. Going on with me right now, not much. We are actually looking for a joint venture partner on one of our upcoming opportunities. It's a pretty vanilla project, so it's really good for the market that we're in right now. But if you're looking for more information on that deal, feel free to send me a DM or leave your name in the comments and we'll catch up. There's Matt popping in right now, so let's get Matt going on this one and we'll get him involved. One sec, Matt. Hello to everyone else who's joining as well. Hey, there he is. What's going on, Matt?
What's up, man? How are you?
Good, man. I'm good. It's funny. I was just thinking, like, I think the last 4 or 5 people that I've come on have rivaled me for my beard. And then you come on all clean shaven, and I'm thinking, like, man, maybe I should go back to clean shaven. My guy looks sharp over there. My goodness.
No, this is like 2 weeks worth of growth here. So
Okay,
I'm,
okay, okay. Hey, be careful. Be careful, though. You know, I still want people to come watch me. They're going to come next time and say, yo, bring that Matt guy back. We don't want to see your mug. We want to see Matt there. So that's good. How are you today, bro? You doing
doing
well?
all right. Doing all right. Yourself?
Yeah, man, doing well, doing well. I had a property
Appreciate the
walkthrough
invite.
today. Sorry?
I said appreciate the invite.
Oh man, anytime, of course, man. You're one of the real ones, so that's great. Matt, why don't you start off? Just share a little bit, maybe 30 seconds. Who are you? Who are you as a person? Who are you in real estate? Yeah, I'd love to hear.
Sure. Yeah. I grew up in the Hamilton area. I've done a few different jobs before real estate. I came from a bit of a sports background, and then I had a medical sales job, but now been into the real estate world for the last coming on 4 years now.
There you go.
But yeah, so I'm in full time on real estate sales, but also just kind of starting my investing journey as well. Joined up with a coaching program, obviously, that you're a part of as well this year, and that's been going well. So learning a ton, and I'm excited to see what the next few years bring.
100%, man. 100%. Great background. You're very motivated and willing to learn. Hey, man, that's like the perfect coachable player. Every coach would be happy to have you on the team there, which is nice. Anyway, I got 3 questions for you. If it's cool with you, I'll jump in.
Sure.
Awesome, man. So first one, so as a realtor, I know, well, realtor and an investor, sorry. I know data plays like a big role, or data, however you want to say it. Data plays a big role, like something like comps, rent roll, all that good number stuff. Share a little bit how that has helped you as both a realtor and as an investor.
Sure. So obviously the numbers are important. Um, the last few years or last couple of years, there's been a lot of uh, emotions involved as well.
Yeah.
But numbers are important, but they're only really half the equation. We have to consider everyone's motivations as well, buyers, sellers. That's going to have a lot to do with figuring out value of a property as well, right?
Yeah.
Um, as a realtor, doing obviously the competitive market analysis for a client is important, but that gets us to like a starting point.
Yeah.
Call it market value. The motivations of the seller or the buyer is going to determine how far away we get from that starting point. So, but having access to current data is obviously important just to develop that starting point and provide a range of maybe what a proper listing price might be, what a realistic selling price might be as well.
That's awesome.
Um, there's a ton of information out there nowadays that anybody can get. You don't have to be a realtor to see average prices, what sites like House Sigma, Rentals.ca. Even I use those, but it gives you sort of a broad range or average price. But as being a realtor, we're just able to see more specific information about certain properties, right?
Yeah.
So that's definitely been helpful, both on the investing side and the sales side. You
Nice.
have property, sales history of the property, but we also have access to information like the number of showings that are getting booked on a weekly basis, number of offers that are being registered. So information that not everybody can see, and we kind of take that all into consideration when determining when the right time might be to list a property. So we use a site called Broker Bay that everything kind of gets registered through now, showings. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got your real estate license as well, right?
Yeah.
So like week of September 25th, I can see there was just over 4,000 showings booked, where at the same time last year there was over 6,000. Number of offers is it's been a huge drop off, like 296 offers registered that same week, September 25th. Last year was 810.
No
So, I
way.
mean, that's all information that we bring to clients, right? And say like, look, don't expect the same amount of competition that you were seeing last year, even in the spring. Because a lot of clients, they just see that maybe their neighbor's property sold for a certain price. They're not following the stats like we are.
Yeah.
And maybe it'll just take some educating to say, listen, it's a different market now. So we need to be a little bit more realistic with our price. So, yeah, and I think just we both understand through the coaching program, just having a large network of people as well. Like as a realtor, the advantage of being tapped into a larger network of realtors and getting information from them and about certain listings in a certain area, or getting feedback on a listing that we maybe market exclusively before we go live on the MLS. These are all data points that we all consider, that's harder to quantify.
Yeah.
But just trying to take in as much data as possible is obviously important. As an investor, though, I mean, we're trying to take the emotions out of a transaction,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Where the data definitely helps to do that. We just came off of that event we did this week with our coaching program. Shout out to Corey McKinnon, who did a great event. And what did he say? Fall in love with the numbers, not the property.
Mm.
So that's what we're trying to do, is because the numbers don't lie. So having access to as much data as possible is always helpful.
That's great. You made a couple points I just wanted to flesh out there. So you mentioned CMA, like I think we both know what it is, but just for some people who might not be as familiar with that term, what does CMA stand for, and at a high level, what does that entail?
Yeah, so it's basically a comparative market analysis.
Yeah.
So we're looking at recent sales comps, trying to determine the market value of a property. Like I said, the only way to figure out really what a property is worth is to list it, get it exposed to as many potential buyers as possible.
Yeah.
And ultimately what a buyer is willing to pay for it will determine the value, right?
100%.
But we're trying to basically give a client a best guess by looking at as much data as we can. Here's the overall trend that's happening right now in the market. Here's average square foot price for your property or in that area. But then we look at, we drill down to the types of finishes in the home or something like that, and we try to figure out other listings that maybe have sold that are similar, to try to come up with that range. It's all just about coming up with that range of a potential list price.
100%. Yeah. And I feel like that's really good. Well, first of all, as a realtor, obviously we have that information accessible to us quickly. And working with a realtor is great because they can take that information and their expertise, put that together and work with you as a client. Because I feel sometimes, especially people like, they watch our content and they go, oh, we don't need a realtor. Like, I know how to do this all by myself. And I say, you know what? Yes, no, but the point of a realtor isn't just to, take the, hey, offer at this price, write it down and send it. In my opinion, the purpose of a good realtor is to take the knowledge they have, take the information they have available to them, work with your wants, needs, and all your different interests in that property, and create that offer to the seller and say, hey, this is what my client wants. This is what your property's worth. Let's do our best to get this deal done. And I think people sometimes discount the work and knowledge a realtor has. So I love the way you broke it down for everyone there. So I appreciate that one.
Yeah, it's just, there's a lot of these, sort of discount brokerages and things now that they do give you access to the MLS for a small fee. But that's all they're giving you is just, some data. We'll put it out there for you, but you're not getting someone's real world experience, and helping determine what the motivations are of buyers and sellers. So, yeah, it's I don't think the profession's going anywhere anytime soon. Um, but yeah, the data definitely is getting better out there for everyone to access. But working with an experienced realtor definitely has its advantages.
100%. And if you're looking for one out in the Hamilton area, I'll let my boy Matt right here help you out there.
Appreciate it.
Second question I got for you there. So it was kind of like builds off it, but more for you personally. How has a realtor or your experience and qualifications as a realtor helped you as an investor?
I just think it's to go back to sort of our football background. I
Yeah.
think just
Yeah.
getting more reps uh, as possible, the better, right? Um, I'm always analyzing properties for other clients. I'm walking through properties, previewing properties for some investor clients. You start to starts to become second nature.
Yeah.
You know, you start to refine your skill level. You know which properties maybe to focus more on, which neighborhoods to focus less of your attention on. The only way to do that is to just get out there and view and like a ton of properties, right?
100%.
So
You
just
make a,
yeah.
sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say the more repetitions, just as a realtor working for other clients is just has benefited me when I'm looking for my own properties.
That's awesome. Yeah. So, and I'll say this because where I was working as a realtor, that's not primarily where I invest. Now, again, I'm going to ask this question. This isn't to like take any shots. Have you found there any tension between like, you shop in Hamilton, your investor clients shop in Hamilton, any tension between like, hey, we're both trying to buy the same properties, or how do you work that out as a realtor?
Um, no, I mean, I think there's a ton of opportunity out there for everybody.
Exactly. Yeah.
Obviously, as a realtor, if I'm working with a client, I have to keep their best interest, you know, at the forefront. I mean, and even if I'm trying, finding something off market, I always have to, make sure I'm disclosing, listen, I am a realtor, but I'm also an investor. We actually bought a property off market recently, some partners and myself. And we just had to be upfront and say, listen, I'm a realtor, but I'm not representing your interest as the seller, in this transaction. But no, I haven't found that there's been any sort of competition between myself and any clients.
Yeah.
At least not recently. I mean, the last couple of years, it was a bit crazy out there.
Yeah.
But
You mentioned something really good there, which I feel like I was kind of trying to pull this out of you. Like it's a character thing. Like there'll be realtors who have clients that they're kind of leveraging to get more offers and kind of see where the market's going to lag, and then they'll try to pounce on a deal. For me, that's like a big no-no, like huge character flaw. But you've
mhm,
mentioned, and I know you like just the way your character lies as an individual. Like you said, I'm here to service my clients first, right? Whether like, if again, you find an opportunity and your client's not pursuing it, man, that's yours. Go ahead.
yeah,
But if your client finds an opportunity, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that deal goes well for your client, because that's at the end of the day, that's who you're servicing. And again, like I know we've talked, so I know that's like part of your character. So anyone who's thinking their realtor's taking advantage of them, that's
yeah,
usually not the case, especially when you're dealing with high character individuals.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. I mean, even this last one we bought, it was one that I actually approached some clients with first,
Yeah.
and it was just something that they weren't ready for, or they wanted to work on something else for now, which is fine. And then so I was able to pursue it with some other partners. So
Excellent. That's a perfect
as long as
example.
you're as
That's
long as you're
perfect.
upfront with everything, and getting things down on paper and disclosing as much information as possible, it'll be fine.
Yeah, that's a good man. Good character stuff. I knew you what kind of character you had, but it's great we're able to kind of bring that through here. Last question I have for you is going to be my favorite. So again, we're both from football backgrounds, so obviously we're just elite level humans. And we're in this coaching program as well. I'd love for you to share how coaching and mentorship has helped you. Obviously, well, coaching and mentor has helped you as an investor or in your personal investing business.
Yeah, I mean, I always try to, and I'm just coming from that sports background, specifically football, which you'll understand. I'm always trying to relate, things in my life back to that, um, just because of the team aspect of it. And I've sort of learned, like, with all the different jobs I've had and careers and everything, everything comes back to being part of a strong team. And I realized sort of growing up playing the sport, like every time I got to a higher level, whether, you're playing junior football or whatever, then you go to high school and you start playing. I played rep football and then ultimately university. At every step, the one thing that was always true was the quality of coaching improved, which I'm sure you've sort of experienced that too.
Very much.
So knowing that, I always tried to seek, and with that, my skill level improved.
Yeah.
So if I bring that into business and into investing, if I wanted to sort of up my game or my skill level, I've always been trying to seek out a quality coach first before just kind of jumping into it, right? Because the coach is someone who's accomplished what you're trying to accomplish, and so they know the most likely path to success already.
Like it shortens your learning curve.
They can kind of guide you down that path, right? They can assess your current level of ability, identify certain things that you need to improve, and then help you develop a plan or a playbook. When you went to Laurier, did you show up with your own playbook that you wrote, or did you take the playbook?
No, we took their playbook. Yeah, exactly.
So why did you buy into their playbook?
Because those are coaches and players who've been where I want to be. They've done what I want to do, and that's going to be the fastest way for me to be successful.
Exactly, and you had no idea what you were doing at that level.
No. Yeah, no idea, right?
So you kind of, it gives you the confidence. A good coach can give you the confidence to take the next step, right?
Yeah,
Which
exactly.
I think in the investing part of it, for me, like as a newer investor, I was probably getting caught in the sort of analysis paralysis thing over the last couple of years. Part of it was that the market was just really competitive. It was harder to find certain deals, but I was just finding it harder to take that jump. And when I joined this coaching program, you're not going to have 100% certainty with any investment that you make.
Yeah,
but there's somebody to lean on, right? That can give you that confidence to help keep pushing you forward until ultimately you can take that next step, right?
100%. And the last thing you mentioned there, you're like, oh, you can never be 100% on any investment, which I think is true. But one of the best investments you can do is invest in yourself, whether that's financially or time or just knowledge wise. Like once you've invested in yourself, you can't, no one can take that away from you. The knowledge you get, the skills you're able to obtain by investing in yourself, that's the stuff that's going to propel you. It's not like the actual physical properties you acquire or money you make, but the person that you become on your way there is really going to define you as an investor or whatever level of success that you're looking to fulfill. So that was great. I love the way you broke that down.
Absolutely. I mean, the investment I've made in the coaching program has already paid itself.
Yeah. That's good.
5 times.
I love that. Good. Love it, man.
Just by having the confidence to move forward and take that step and actually, purchase an investment.
Love it.
So, yeah. And to the whole coaching thing and the team thing, a good coaching program is also going to give you access to just a bigger network of individuals who are chasing the same thing that you are, right? Or call them your teammates.
Yes.
And that can just bring success by association.
Everyone else is, moving forward and succeeding. It's almost hard not to, when you're just in those kind of rooms dealing with those kind of people.
Yeah, if you're say a beginner or an average player on a really experienced team, you'll be surprised how far just that alone can take you, right? Just being around those people are just kind of grabbing onto their coattails and just going along for the ride.
100%. I love that analogy. That's good. I'm gonna have to use that one. That's really good there, Matt. I love it. Well, Matt, as we kind of sum up here today, anything else you wanted to share with the viewers before we get out of here?
No, not really. I mean, just if you want more information about the Hamilton market, feel free to send me a DM. I think Hamilton there's going to be a lot of exciting opportunities coming up in the next year. We're focused on finding distressed properties and adding value, adding units to properties in Hamilton, and the bylaws have become a lot more favorable. They just made some recent changes. So, if you have any information or if you want to get on my email list, just send me a message.
Awesome. Matt, where can people find out more about you if they want to get involved, get on that list, or learn a little bit more about the Hamilton market?
Yeah, easiest way is just send me a DM on Instagram, or you can email me mparasini@kw.com.
Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff. I will make sure I put that in the show notes or the description there so everyone can find out everything about you there. A quick little recap for everyone here, guys. It's Isaiah Henry with First Position Real Estate. We had on Matt Parasini, realtor, investor, ex-football player. He's got it all down pat, so it's great. We talked a little bit about coaching and mentorship, the Hamilton market, as well as some areas where being a realtor and an investor has benefited him as well. Matt, thank you so much for joining me and joining everyone on the show today there. And until next time, Matt, I want you to have a great day, and we'll talk soon, okay?
Talk to you soon. Thanks so much.
See you, buddy.